Hello viewers, welcome to AP's Ophthalmology Pearls. A pinhole is a small aperture in an opaque disc, usually about 1 mm in diameter. The most common use is in the practice of refraction, where it is used to differentiate between a refractive error and a pathological cause for reduced visual acuity. So, how does a pinhole work for this purpose? Any object that we look at can be considered to be made up of many point sources of light. In the presence of a refractive error, for example in this eye with myopia, the retinal image is composed of blur circles. These blur circles give the retinal image a smeared quality. The pinhole cuts down the peripheral rays, thus reducing the blur circles and increasing depth of focus, hence improving vision. As the pinhole is made smaller, theoretically it allows only a single ray passing through the nodal point and which therefore is undeviated to fall upon the retina. This gives unlimited depth of focus where the object appears very sharp at all distances. So, what is the depth of focus? It is the range of image locations over which an object remains sharply focused. So the image is equally sharp anywhere within the limits of the depth of focus. Ideally, a pinhole has an infinite depth of focus, providing good vision at both distance and near. But in practice, the pinholes available clinically allow a narrow pencil of light to pass through them rather than a single ray, so the improved vision for both distance and near is good only for ametropia up to about 4 to 5 diopters. This is typically noticed when one is trying to obtain pinhole vision in aphex. Pinhole improvement, if present, is easily obtained by using a plus 10 diopter lens with a pinhole in aphex. Depth of focus increases as pinhole size reduces. However, for pinholes less than 1 mm in diameter, the decrease in retinal illumination and diffraction prevent the intended beneficial effect. Diffraction occurs when a light wave is fractured by the edge of the aperture, which limits the amount of detail available to form a clear retinal image. It was found that the most effective pinholes varied in diameter between 0.94 and 1.75 millimeters. The most useful pinhole diameter for general clinical purposes within 5 diopters of ametropia is 1.2 millimeters. The pinhole of the standard trial case has an aperture of 1 millimeter. The closer to the eye the opening is placed, the brighter the image and the less restricted the field of vision. A pinhole also improves vision by eliminating the scattering effect of small corneal scars and lenticular opacities. So, after checking unaided vision and asking the patient to read the vision chart with a pinhole, one of the following may happen. Vision either improves to the best corrected visual acuity, it remains the same, it may become worse, or it may become better than the best spectacle corrected vision. If the improvement is equal to the best corrected visual acuity, then the patient has a refractive error. If the vision does not improve, there is either an ocular or neurological pathology. If the vision becomes worse, it is usually due to a dense media opacity or macular pathology. This is generally due to a reduction in the light intensity. Improvement of vision better than the spectacle corrected acuity occurs in irregular astigmatism and in some corneal or lenticular opacities as just discussed. So, what are the uses of a pinhole? It can be used to determine whether the reduced vision is due to a refractive error or not. The other uses are relevant only for postgraduate residents. It can be used as a rapid tool to screen for best corrected visual acuity without having to employ refractive techniques. Pinhole glasses improve visual acuity, depth of focus, and accommodative amplitude. However, they result in reduced visual quality, including general reduction of visual field sensitivity, contrast sensitivity, and stereopsis. Therefore, particular attention is needed when wearing pinhole glasses while driving, playing sports, or working with instruments. Hence, they are not practical for regular use. Soft contact lenses with pinhole apertures may be beneficial for corneal scarring, irregular astigmatism, albinism, and polychoria. With contact lenses, a reduction in the visual field is less of a problem compared to that of spectacles. In amblyopia, a failure of the pinhole to improve vision indicates that the amblyopia cannot be benefited by glasses. The camera corneal inlay uses the pinhole principle. The inlay is usually implanted monocularly in the cornea of the non-dominant eye of the near emmetropic presbyope, with the other dominant eye being left unchanged. The best performance would be expected if the small aperture eye had a refractive error of about -0.75 diopters. Two pinhole IOLs are available. The IC8 IOL is placed at a target of -0.75 diopters in the non-dominant eye with an accompanying monofocal IOL in the dominant eye targeted for emmetropia. The extra focus is a black, opaque supplementary IOL that is implanted in the ciliary sulcus of pseudophakic eyes in a piggyback configuration. It is currently intended for patients with moderate to severe astigmatism resulting from keratoconus, trauma following keratoplasty, or radial keratotomy. As the pinhole places the eye in almost universal depth of focus, it may be used as a makeshift magnifier since the near point can be brought closer to the eye, making the retinal image correspondingly larger. During preoperative evaluation of a cataract, in the absence of a potential acuity meter, using a pinhole occluder, near test types may be read under bright illumination monocularly. The best corrected visual acuity measured using potential acuity pinhole correlates to the expected post-cataract surgery visual outcome. In a practical setting, pinhole acuity may be tested instead of a detailed refractive correction in patients coming for repeated follow-ups for some ocular condition, especially when the patient does not bring his current spectacle correction. Monocular diplopia that resolves with the use of a pinhole proves there is an optical etiology, obviating the need for a neurological workup. If you suspect and want to confirm your patient to be having muscae volitantis, it can be easily demonstrated by looking through a pinhole at the sky. So, take home key points. A pinhole reduces blur circles on the retina by cutting off the peripheral rays that are dependent on refraction for image clarity. This reduction of blur circles increases the depth of focus. The main use of pinhole is to determine whether vision diminution is due to refractive error or due to a pathological cause. If you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from AP's Ophthalmology Pearls. You may watch my other videos by clicking on the thumbnails. Please leave a note in the comment section if you wish for any particular topic to be covered in future. Look forward to weekly updates. Thank you for watching.